Welcome to We'll Think of Something. Thank you for joining us. Hi, welcome. My name is Aaron. This is my daughter Simone. We are here to do a tea taste testing. So what we have is we have 3 different types of tea, and we will be brewing these up and seeing if we can determine which kind is which and which one we like the best. So what we have on this side will be Taifu brand British tea, followed by PG Tips, one of my personal favorites. And then as something a little different, we have PG Tips Decaf. Does the decaf really taste the same as the caffeinated? We'll see. What we have here are 3 cups, empty right now. What we will be doing is we will be brewing up the tea, steeping the tea bags for the same amount of time each. We have a teaspoon of sugar in each one, and once they are steeped, we are going to leave the room, and my wife is going to come in, put milk in each of them, and mix them up. We have them labeled on the bottom of the cups, but we will not be looking at those while we are taste testing the tea. So then when we come back, we'll be able to try the tea. We won't know which is which, and we'll be able to determine, oh, we like this one better, that one better. And hopefully it'll be vaguely scientific and maybe just a tiny bit of fun. So thank you very much. We'll see you in a minute after the tea is done steeping. We're back. Our teas have been steeped, brewed, mixed, milked, sugared. Yes, sugared too. So, they've also been rearranged. So we have no idea which one's which now. Hopefully they're good. We went through great pains to make sure that an equal amount of water went into every cup and an equal amount of milk went into every cup, and the teas steeped for the optimal amount of time for each tea, and here we are. So we'll just have to see what happens. We have little charts with A, B, and C, with A, B, and C, so that we can write down our findings, and then at the end we'll be able to look and see which one was which, as long as we don't mix them up while we're drinking them.
Yeah, make sure to put them back at the right place.
So shall we start with cup A?
Sure.
Do you want to go first?
This is C. That's A. Oh, no, it's not.
Good try.
I'm blind.
Does it taste like tea?
Yeah, it's actually good. It tastes really creamy.
Oh, really
like
creamy.
With a slightly bitter aftertaste.
Alright, let's try that again. Cup A. Mild. I would say it does have a bit of a slight bitter taste to it.
Do you already know what it is?
I don't. I would say that its overall flavor was moderate. I'm hoping it's not like my favorite tea, because from that sip it wouldn't be my favorite tea. So we are going to introduce a palate cleanser, which will just be water in this case, which I don't know if that's the best palate cleanser or not.
It's the best out of the list that we saw.
Go ahead, there you go. I always feel like water has a bit of a taste to it, so.
All water's different.
If we were real like wine tasters, we'd spit it out instead of swallowing it. We're not.
This is not wine, so we're not really wine tasters.
Okay. B?
You can go first.
I want me to go first, so I can choke first on it. that's a good cup of tea. A little bitter at the end, but really, really nice at the beginning. It's not hot.
Ooh, I like that one. But yeah, it still has that slight bitter aftertaste.
It does. I wonder if that's because I think if we had just a little bit more sugar, that probably would have gone away. I think I tend to put a little more than a teaspoon, like a teaspoon and a half. So that was very smooth at the start. So a smooth start with slight oaky tones to it, with a bitter end. See, I'm gonna guess that that's the PG Tips.
I don't know. I can't tell. I just know that that's
You've
like.
never had any of them before, though.
No, so you know what they actually taste like. I have no clue. I just get to guess. You have high standards for PG Tips, so I will say probably the best one is PG Tips because I trust your standards of how much you drink it.
How many boxes I go through.
And I don't know much about Taifu.
Yeah, well, Taifu was a tea I'd had way back when I was in college, and I thought I'd try something different actually. And in getting something different, I decided to do this.
Mm.
So, same with the decaf. I was like, oh, I like PG Tips so much, but sometimes I don't want caffeinated tea.
And you can drink it all times.
Yes, exactly. Which brings us to C, which may or may not be a decaffeinated PG Tips.
Might not be.
It was originally, I think. I think when we put the tea bags out, the decaf was here.
Yeah, decaf was there, normal was there. So probably this, since this is where PG Tips was, I'm going to say that probably isn't, but we don't know.
Oh, do we need to cleanse our palates again?
Yeah.
Spit on the bird. Don't laugh, this is serious. We're tasting tea. Tea is serious.
Tea is the gentleman's coffee.
Tea is the gentleman's coffee. That's why you're drinking it with a gentleman. Or at least with me.
I'm with the best gentleman. Ooh. I like that one.
Yeah?
I feel like they get better every letter.
Better every letter. Yeah, Z is the best tea.
That is a pomegranate tea with the best amount of honey, which I cannot get right.
Oh, that is nice.
Sweet beginning.
Yep. Yep. That is a good cup of tea. Even slightly less bitter than the second one. Very smooth, I want to say. Every so often I make a cup of tea and I take a sip of it and I'm just like, wow, that's a really good cup of tea. Problem is I don't write down like exactly like how you do every one of them, because you just throw some water in the thing and drop the bag in it and dump some milk on it and drink it and you're like, oh, it's good.
Yeah.
Ever so slightly bitter.
I feel like these two smell similar.
Right,
More
which
than
leads
this
us to say that these two are probably,
PG Tips.
since we had two.
Yeah. But would Mom just switch them like that? Or are we being misleaded by the two caffeinated teas smelling similar and the decaf one not?
Yep, exactly. Yep. I mean, the way I've got my current guesses, Mom didn't move them. Which she could have been sneaky like that. We heard her moving the cups around, but she could have just put them back where they were, because she's kind of crafty. Drink me again.
You need to do your research.
What?
I will say this without number C, it definitely tastes better.
Yeah, I would say whatever number C is, it's kind of my favorite so far.
But I feel like when I drank water after, I got a really weird taste of water.
Yeah, that's because water tastes terrible. Thank you.
Okay, now I gotta figure out what this is.
The only way water tastes good is if you steep plants.
Now that I drink this one again, it tastes sweeter. Am I crazy?
Probably, but I'm not sure that has anything to do with the tea.
Like after one.
Yeah, it's still not quite as good as those other two.
Yeah.
Now, based on the recommendations of the boxes of tea, so both PG Tips and PG Tips Decaf said to steep theirs between 1 and 3 minutes. Now, we chose to go with 3 minutes. Could be the slight bitterness that we're getting is from that, from going that full 3 minutes. The Taifu tea, on the other hand, said to steep between 3 and 5 minutes. And we decided to steep that one for 4 minutes. So, could be that this one having a much stronger flavor to it, and therefore not as smoothed out by the milk, could be from the Taifu steeping too long, or steeping longer. She's drawing stars for the seed cup.
So I'm ranking them.
Now the trick will be looking at the names on the bottom of them without dumping the tea everywhere. Right, Tim?
You drink it facing the other person reads it.
Well,
Or
maybe.
you drink. Or you do this.
Would you like some tea, Tintin? You often drink tea. Do you want to try some?
No.
Yeah, that's a no. He does drink it sometimes though. Okay, so with what we consider to be our least favorite, which I think we both agree to be A. So if I take a big swig of A, you'll be able to read the bottom of it.
I think so. I'm
Ready?
confused. I don't know which one it is.
Okay, ready?
It's the decaf.
Okay.
I thought decaf was C.
So our decaf is A, and we considered that to be the least good.
Well,
All right,
apparently
well,
they don't taste similar.
apparently there is a difference between decaf
I'm not saying it's
and
bad.
calf.
It is just not as good as the other two. If it didn't have that bitter aftertaste, I would say it was pretty good. But since it did, I don't feel it.
Okay, well, so that means we could have completely
Yeah.
messed up how we thought these were. Well, so far. So B, which you said was Taifu, and I said was the caffeinated PG Tips. So
One of us
is right. And that one person got one right, and the other person got all three wrong.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess it's you.
Shush.
I'm guessing you're right.
Alright, ready?
I don't really want to look, but PG Tips. So that's Taifu.
PG Tips. Okay, so I got one right, but that means the tea that I liked the most out of these three was the Taifu tea, which I would have said I probably would not have liked as much as the PG Tips, which is why we're doing a blind taste test.
Well, I got all three wrong, so apparently I don't know much about
That's still a good cup of tea. Sip of Taifu? It's only caffeine before your bedtime. What could possibly go wrong? Good thing you weren't already like full of energy today. Oh wait.
Yeah, like me before dinner, I was like bouncing off.
Alright, so what did we learn? We learned that we both agreed that the Taifu tea was better than the rest.
And we both thought the decaf was the best one.
Well, we both thought the best one was decaf, right?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
But I think we both also felt like the one that ended up being the decaf was the worst. Right? Didn't we both say that decaf was like, too bitter? No. Because I was here expounding on how we thought that one was steeped extra. And it was not. It's not even the one you took the tea bag out wrong. Just kidding.
You're gonna tell the story of how I failed at my teabag test.
No, because it obviously didn't matter.
Yeah.
If it had mattered, I might. Is there anything else we learned? Are these fun?
Yeah.
I think we learned that you should be this way more so you're not off screen as much. There we go.
Yeah.
I think we also learned that we need to put that bird somewhere else before we start one of these.
Yeah.
Because he's disruptive.
Very. And we have to not choke on our tea.
Yeah, well that's going to get cut out in post-processing.
Along with the
I'll put it in the
setting.
bloopers reel.
Yeah. No, we can't make a bloopers reel until we get 1,000 subscribers.
Oh, so like when we're like 80?
No.
Does that mean we're making more of these?
Yes.
What are we going to call it?
We'll think of something.